Ever looked at something and scratched your head at what their purpose could possibly be? A lot of things in life are mysteries, things that we probably will never end up understanding, but these upcoming things, we can knock them off that list. Today we're bringing you 10 things you didn't know the use of. Number 10. Airplane windows' tiny holes. Don't panic, but there's something called a bleed hole in your airplane window. It's totally safe, however. In fact, it's one of the million complex things that keep a plane running in the air. Bleed holes' main purpose is to balance air pressure as the altitude dramatically changes. Nearly all airplane windows consist of 3 panels of acrylic. The exterior window keeps nature's elements out and maintains the pressure in the cabin. Now, between the exterior and the middle panes is where the bleed hole is located. The last pane, if all else fails, it's there as a fail-safe option. This bleed hole also serves the very important purpose of letting us dreamily gaze at the clouds below us. Another purpose it serves is keeping the window panes from frosting over and from fogging up. Number 9. The bumps on your F and J keys. Chances are most people have never noticed the tiny bumps on their keyboard's F and J keys. If they have, most people tend to dismiss them as a keyboard quirk, but they actually have a purpose you make use of and don't even know it. The seemingly inconsequential bumps help you type without having to look at the keyboard. These ridges also help you place your hand in the ideal typing position, the one they used to teach back at typing schools. So it goes a little like this. Your index fingers should be placed on the F and J keys for starters. Your left hand should cover the A, S, D, and F buttons, while your right hovers over the J, K, L, and colon keys. Your thumb's optimal position is to rest on the spacebar. And there you go, you're an expert typist. Number 8. Microwave's black grating. Ever thought about what that black grating on your microwave window is there for? Believe it or not, but it has a different use, other than keeping you from clearly seeing your food spinning around as it's heated up. That grating is there to keep your microwave from becoming a Faraday cage. Faraday cages are an invention discovered by English scientist Michael Faraday in 1836. Their purpose is to shield things from electromagnetic fields. Now Faraday, the man, not the cage, had a different use for Faraday cages. Microwaves use it in reverse, keeping the tradition firmly inside the oven. They make sure that the electromagnetic energy is contained within the oven and shield the exterior from radiation. Number 7. Gas gauge arrow. Ever pulled up to the gas station and your mind just completely went blank as to where your car's gas tank is? You don't have to wonder anymore. Turns out your car manufacturer has your back more than you think. Take a closer look at one thing you didn't know the use of in your car, that little arrow on your gas gauge. The direction it's pointing towards leads you to the side where the gas tank is. This can be incredibly helpful if you're borrowing or renting a car, or if, you just can't ever remember where it is in the gas station. Number 6. Holes in your padlock. Most padlocks have 1 or even 2 teeny tiny holes in the bottom. Most people shrug at them, not knowing that their use can save them on a dark day. That hole in the padlock actually has a name. They're called drain holes. Now, drain holes have a couple of uses. For one thing, they're called drain holes because they let any liquid and water out, keeping the padlock from rusting. By doing so, they also keep the water from freezing inside the lock. Since padlocks are most often used outdoors, this effectively stops the lock from becoming useless in cold temperatures. In addition, if your lock is starting to look rusty, pour some oil into the drain hole. Finally, here's how they're a lifesaver. If your lock is stuck no matter how hard you try to open it, pouring a little engine oil inside will help you smoothly turn the key without any difficulty. Number 5. Colored squares on toothpaste tubes. For a while, there was a rumor on the internet about the use of those colored squares at the bottom of toothpaste tubes. The rumor said that the color reveals the ingredients of the toothpaste. So if the square is green, the ingredients are all natural. If it's blue, it's natural with some medicine. If it's red, then it's natural and chemical as well. And if it's black, the ingredients are purely chemical. This rumor is false. The colored squares have nothing to do with the toothpaste's ingredients. In fact, they have nothing to do with us. They're for the manufacturing process. Light beam sensors scan them to indicate to machines how they should package the tube, sealed, cut, or folded. And, contrary to popular belief, there are more than those 4 colors. Number 4. Hole between your smartphone's camera and flash. In another case of a mysterious hole an alarming amount of people don't know the use of, here is what the small hole in your smartphone does. Do you know it? It's in the back, right between the camera and the flash. The hole is actually a microphone. It's one of the 3 microphones in your smartphone. One is located on your phone's bottom edge, a less visible one is located under the speaker grill on the front, and lastly, you have this one next to the rear camera lens. It's easy to miss and even easier to dismiss, especially since it's relatively new. It was first introduced by Apple when they launched the iPhone 5 in 2012. What it does is reduce the crazy amount of external noise of your surrounding environment when you talk on the phone, so that your voice comes out crisp and crystal clear. In addition to improving the audio quality, it helps virtual assistants such as Siri and Google Assistant to understand you better. Number 3. Metal part at the end of a measuring tape. Ever notice that the metal part located at the end of your measuring tape is a little loose? It's not an error made by the company that manufactures them. See, the first inch marked on the tape is 1/16 short of an inch. That is also not an error. Everything has a use, and this metal part is meant to accommodate you whether you're measuring the inside or the outside edge of something. The name of this metal part? It's called True Zero. So the next time you're measuring the outside of something, make sure to use the True Zero feature. Hook that metal end of the edge to the surface to accurately measure. Number 2. Rivets on your jeans. Did you know that your jeans have things called rivets? They're those tiny buttons. Their use? You can thank them for holding your jeans up and making them long-lasting. Rivets' existence can be traced back to the 1800s to Levi Strauss, you know, the Levi jeans guy. Strauss had many miners complaining that their pants didn't last after working long days. A tailor called Jacob Davis sent a letter to Strauss detailing the issue. Davis told Strauss that he had found that you can counter those weak points on the jeans and make the pockets sturdier by adding copper rivets. Strauss applied the idea and later patented it. From there on out, as people moved around all day in their jeans, the denim was more likely to survive the wear and tear. Number 1. R symbol. If you look closely at a product like Lay's chips, you'll find an R with a circle around it. The R is there to indicate that the trademark on this product is officially registered with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. It also means that the company can rain hellfire on you in the form of lawsuits if you ever try to infringe on their trademark. The R symbol isn't the same as the TM symbol. Believe it or not, but the TM symbol can actually be generally used by anyone or any business to say that a word, logo, or phrase is an identifier for that service or product. Companies don't actually have to register to use the TM symbol, and most people use it before and during the application process of applying for an official trademark. Unlike the TM, the R symbol requires registration. And these are all the things you didn't know the use of that we have for you today. What did you think of them? Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And before you go, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to Weeklypedia and click that notification bell to be alerted whenever we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.